Hi, James here. I thought I'd film this one in my kitchen, just to give you a bit of a different background to look at rather than the same boring old room. By the way, if you can hear noises in the background, that's just the fridge freezer defrosting, and it does sound pretty dodgy, so if you can hear that, it's not somebody being strangled, it's just the fridge. Anyway, I've been getting a lot of emails, people saying they're having trouble with the tone arm, more specifically at the end of the tone arm where the actual cartridge screws in. Crackly audio, buzzing, some people losing audio altogether, and there's a few things you can do, quite simple things that you can do to fix that, using stuff that you've probably just got laying around the house. A couple of things you're going to need, like I say, things you should really just have laying around the house. These things, I thought these were called cotton buds. I've been told these are called Q-tips, but then what do I know? I'm an electrician, not a beauty therapist. Just some tissue, that's to mop your brow. Of course, if you've got a very good looking young lady in your house, maybe she could come and mop your brow for you while you... Anyway, and this stuff you might, just put my finger in it, you might not have laying around the house. This is actually polish, it's just metal polish. If you haven't got any, get down to a DIY store, it's really cheap, just even if it's just their own brand, just buy it, it's all the same stuff. So just get some cheap polish, that'll do. Whatever you do though, don't use the spray polish, okay, because the spray polish is like brasso and stuff like that. They're silicone based and they'll leave behind a really horrible sticky residue, so don't use that. Use the paste ones, and also the paste ones are also slightly gritty as well, so it helps to cut away some of the grime and rubbish. Right, now first of all, before I show you what to do, I'm going to show you a couple of things you should never do, which a couple of things that people have been told to do. Now one thing you should never do is take the end of your cartridge there where the contacts are and lick it. You should never do that, okay? It does fix the problem temporarily, but human saliva is disgusting, and if you get it in there, you're basically going to end up corroding all the metal in there. Don't get spit in there because you'll wreck it. Another thing you might have been told to do as well is rub it on your clothes or rub it on your jeans. Now while that works and probably won't cause any damage whatsoever, you could still get crap in there off your clothes and into their bits of fluff and stuff. So the best thing to do, first of all, is to use one of these. Now I'm going to move the camera quickly and I'll show you what to do. Right, sorry, one thing I forgot to mention, you might want some of this stuff, which is actually just rubbing alcohol. If you haven't got any of that stuff, you can actually use CD cleaner, because that's actually 70% alcohol. And the reason why you use alcohol is because it evaporates and you won't have any moisture left behind in here. Now, first thing you want to do is start with the actual back of the cartridge itself. Just dip that in the alcohol with one of these, and literally just scrub over the top of the contacts with the alcohol. You probably won't find too much will come off of here because this is the cleanest part. This is the part that always gets changed, and you've probably changed this since you bought the turntable. That may have not been touched since you bought the turntable, so that's probably going to be dirtier. And there you go, and that's pretty much all you'll need to do. And then just get the tissue and just clean it off. And there you go, that's it. That's all you really need to do to that. That can go aside now. Right, now the actual end of the tone arm itself, you want to get a bit of alcohol and you want to put the Q-tip or cotton bud, whatever you call it, in the end and just twist it like that. You want to use a twisting motion rather than scrubbing, because if you scrub you can actually bend the pins in there. So just use a twisting motion like that. And what you should find is, yep, you'll get loads of crap come out of there. Maybe a bit more. This is just a gentle treatment. If you can get away with just doing this and nothing else, then just don't bother going any further. If this is actually sorted the problem, then just leave it at that. Don't bother using the polish. The polish really is just a bit of a last case in case you can't get anything else to work. And there we go. So there's loads of crap come out of there. Now I'm going to quickly show you what it should look like in there. Right, now that's what it should look like in there. Can you see in there? They're rather shiny, and that's what it should look like. They should be really shiny. If yours looks sort of like tarnished or black or discoloured, then basically you're probably going to have corrosion or oxide layer built up over the top of that, so you are actually going to need the polish. But if yours look like that after the alcohol treatment, then don't go any further, because that's good enough. Right, now when you're using the polish, all you want to do is put a little bit on the end of the tip like that. And you can't actually see that because, well, you can just about see that because the actual tip's white. Now if you've just done the alcohol, okay, give it a couple of minutes for the alcohol to evaporate, because if you use this straight after and there's still alcohol in there, it will actually react with the polish and you'll have horrible foamy crap coming out. So don't, you know, give that a chance. Right, now what you want to do is put it in the end there and actually just use a twisting motion like this, like you did when you did the alcohol, and just twist it. All you're really looking to do is polish the actual face of those pins. You don't want to worry about the sides of them, just the bit that's actually going to make contact with the actual cartridge. And there you go. And then with the other end, the end without polish, you want to go around and clean off the polish if there's any left over in there. And there you go. And then if you look at the end of this, you'll probably have loads of horrible nasty crap on the end like that. And that means that the polish has done its job. It's actually polished the crappy layer off the front of the metal in there. Right, now once you've done the pins, now you want to do the part that deals with the ground, okay, and that's the actual outside of this cylinder inside here. So get a bit more polish, but try and concentrate the polish onto the outside of the tip rather than the very end of it. And you want to put it in there and just go around in a circle like that. So basically what you're doing is just polishing the outside where this part of the needle will make contact, that part around the edge there. And again, once you've done that, flip the Q-tip round and just clean any out that's still in there. Now you may have a tiny bit left over in there, try and get as much out as you can. And then when you've done all that, it should look like that. Nice, shiny and clean. And then when you put your cartridge back on, you should have no problems at all. You should have a nice, decent connection, nice clean connection, and you should have no buzzing or crackling. So there you go. Hope this video has been a help. If you've got any questions regarding this or any comments, just bung in below. I'll put any information in the description about what type of polish to use, and etc, etc. If you do leave comments on the videos, you probably do notice that I take actually quite a while to reply to them. That's only just because I'm really busy at the moment. So if you do leave a comment and I don't reply for a little while, just bear with me. I'm sure I'll get to reply eventually. It's just a bit busy at the moment. So there you go. Hope this helped. Thank you for watching. Nice one. So what do you think, Louis? Do you get crackly turntables at all? You don't give a shit, do you, lazy